my worst
What was your
experience.
nightmare?
That brings me to a wedding I emceed in Bamenda. That's about 2016.
Uh-huh.
I emceed a wedding in Bamenda. I had a really terrible experience with family, with the groom, the bride's father. You know, it was her only daughter, and it was the first time he was giving out a daughter in marriage.
Okay.
He was so excited. And during the wedding reception, you know that moment when you've announced an item on the program, and you're waiting for it to unfold. So I announced that it's time for item 11 for people to have dinner. So when I announced that we're going to have dinner, and immediately after dinner, the couple should get ready. We are going to cut the cake and give gifts. So the father of the groom didn't find it funny. As I dropped the mic for the ushers to get ready to usher people to the table, I was outside when I heard someone talking at the mic that, no, this MC does not know what she is doing. You cannot eat when you have not given your gifts. You must can't give. When I can't give, when I give them now, so when I can't stand for you picking them, when I can't give gift. Family member when I start calm, I was furious. So there was this confusion in the hall. It was at a Presbyterian hall in Bamenda. I can't remember the location very well, but it was a small Presbyterian hall, and I was furious. I ran to the couple. I told them, listen. Your guests will never leave this place without giving your gift, but they will leave this place without eating your food. Which one do you prefer? Because you can't bring people to your wedding or to your event and cook food for them and not have them eat the food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the essence of having a reception. They're coming to celebrate with you, to eat your food. But they cannot leave this place. If somebody has a gift for you, they will find a means to give it to you.
Yeah,
if they want to leave before handing the gift, they will leave the gift behind. They can never leave with their gift, but they can leave without eating your food, and which is not a good thing. So if you see that you're allowing me do this thing like the professional that I am, or you allow your father take over the ceremony.
Yeah.
And she had to apologize, called her father by the side, spoke to him. I had to go back to the microphone, talk to the people, try to convince them again that, no, I'm sorry for the mix-up. Just go back. The ushers have to get you back to the tables, go and have your food and get ready. We're going to hand over the gift when it is time to do so. You know, that was an awkward moment for me because it wasn't easy getting people back to their shoes and getting them back in the mood of celebration. Yeah.
I can only imagine when it is when it is time to eat. The time that everybody is waiting.
It's waiting to eat, and you just tell them they cannot eat now.
And you tell them they have to come and give their gifts now.
Yeah.
Of which you need to go and collect all your energy when.
And that's a mistake I've seen most MC make. They usually leave eating one of the last things. It's very wrong.
Oof.
It's rather important to let your guests eat earlier into the program. Yeah. It should be one of the first things they do. Gifts are one of the last things that should happen on your wedding program. Because, you know, that moment of giving gifts, the hall becomes rowdy.
Yeah.
People are up dancing and nobody would want to really settle down after that. So it would be difficult to have people settle down and move to the table to eat after giving their gifts.
Okay. Now there's this thing when what we are doing here is trying to tell our brides to not make this mistake.
Yeah.
To not make this mistake. So what do you think? Give us maybe five. I'm sure you will give us a little bit more, and then we are going to give our
more
people,
or less.
Yeah. You will give us 5 right now, and then the more that you are going to give, you are going to make like a list, and we are going to put it down in the description so that you guys can get even more, because we don't want to spend all the time here to be explaining everything. So give us 5 mistakes that brides, or 5 things that brides should look out for while looking for an MC.
Well, okay, one of the things brides should look out for, first of all, know your audience. The guests you're inviting. What are the caliber of people you're inviting? It will push you to choosing the right MC that will match them. Like there are MCs who are comedians.
Yeah.
Because one of the mistakes people make, or event organizers make, is, especially during weddings, they think that every MC must be funny. No. If you have an MC who cracks jokes, that's a plus. But MCs are not comedians.
Yeah.
So, but now if you have an audience, it depends on your audience. So choose an MC that you think that will match your audience. If you want a comedian inclined MC, go for it. If you want a corporate kind of MC, go for it. So it all depends on what kind of atmosphere you want your audience, your guests to enjoy. So you help you to choose your MC.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you should look out for is what language you want your MC to use. So that comes back to knowing the kind of guest you're inviting. Is a guest mix? Do they speak French, English, or do they speak Pidgin, or do they speak any other language? So you need to know what kind of MC to look for. For instance, I am bilingual. There are weddings where I've had to MC in French and in English because I had French-speaking people in the hall. So you need to know the language that your guest understands best. So you find the MC to match that language. Because it will be awkward to have francophones in the hall and you have an MC who does not have a clue in French. Yeah. Your guest, because the essence is for you to bring your guest to your wedding to have a good time.
Yeah.
So the MC has to ensure that in his communication during the activities that will be carried out at the reception. One other thing you should look for is an MC that you can afford. Yeah, look for an MC you can afford. Some people make the mistakes of, you see someone maybe on social media and like, oh, I like the MC, just go for the, like, I mean, I don't want to call names, but there are MCs that when you call them, you should not, you know that you're not paying them anything less than $1 million.
Yeah.
Can you afford it?
Can you afford it?
So look for, exactly. So look for an MC you can afford. Okay. One other thing is look for an MC that you like. Maybe their countenance, is it their beauty, their handsomeness. So it could be male or female. It depends on you. What do you want? Do you want a woman that will, some people say that I like women because they are naturally seductive. They will keep people entertained and chilled. Some people say I like men because they are naturally more imposing, stuff like that. It depends on your preferences. Either go for a male or a female. There's nothing like a man can do it better than a woman because he's a man, or a woman can do it better. So it's all about what you want to achieve with your MC. And one other thing I think they should look out for in MCing is the location. Like, where is the MC based? If you're having a wedding in Furawa or maybe in the north region of Cameroon, for instance, do you have the budget to bring an MC from Yaoundé, from Bamenda, from Buea, or your budget permits you just to have an MC within your locality? So look at your budget and look at the location of the MC. If you can afford it, fine. You can fly the MC in. Depends on your budget. All of that, you need to factor that in before you call an MC.
I think that really shows the importance of actually meeting up with the MC. If it is not possible to meet up physically, maybe you get on a call or a video call. I think the internet has made it very easy for us.
Before the wedding.
Now.
And one other mistake is when hiring an MC, know that an MC is not your family member. Yeah. Some people you can hire if you have an MC in your family, which is good, and who can keep those the family lineage aside and do their job like a professional, then it's fine. But in most cases, it's not ideal. Take someone neutral that will be able to yell at your guests and put them in their place, because usually during weddings, some of the people who cause chaos the most are family members. They would come to your ear, the MC, and whisper, "I want them to say me they do not so now. I want to sing some song." It was not in the program. And as an MC, you need to be sensitive. Is it necessary to allow them do it? Like me, you will create a lot of enemies at the wedding. People will just hate you because you didn't allow them sing. You didn't allow them give a word of advice. But was it necessary? Was it in the program? Sometimes you could allow some things that were not in the program, but you need to be sensitive. So you need to look for an MC that is not emotional. And usually family members are not the best people because they would want to favor their siblings. Like, I guess my small sister, me can't talk. And usually it makes the program unnecessarily long or lengthy. So find an MC that is neutral, a professional that understands their job and who can deliver.
With this family people MC, that they are usually the young ones. And then there's the father that will come and say, it's you go disrespect it. You are in the same compound.
I've had to MC one of my recent weddings last year or something. 2021. I did a wedding in Douala in April. I remember during MC, in the heat of the program, first of all, the couple came very late to the hall. About midnight. The program was supposed to start at 7 p.m. I was in the hall at 6 p.m. Because usually I make sure I get to the venue an hour at least to the time. I was in the hall at 6 p.m. Wedding had to start at 7, but The couple came to the hall at midnight.
Oh boy.
So you can imagine you have a program that you are drawn. You have to determine. That's when you see your professionalism, if you're really good at coordinating events. Mm-hmm. So we set the ball rolling. One of the first things I did, made sure that people eat. It was already very late. As soon as the couple got in, sat down, going to the eating. So there was this. The father is like, well, I don't know if he was the father of the groom or the bride. He was so agitated. He was agitating. He kept coming to me. I want to say something. I'll ignore him. Uh-huh. He came like 3 times. Je veux dire quelque chose. It was a French or francophone. Je me rappelle. I didn't pay attention to him. I kept carrying on with the program because the couple had a lot of things they wanted to do. They had dancing. They had a lot of activities they wanted to do themselves. Yeah. So usually in such cases, I give priority to the couple. It's their day. They need to be seen. They need to enjoy themselves. Mm-hmm. So this father finally, when people were eating, and usually during events, I usually keep my mic sometimes. You go and eat because an MC, you need to eat too. Yeah, so when I kept the mic at the DJ's box, the father went and picked the mic and started speaking and was talking, just talking and saying things. Even he was angry too. He could sense that he was really bitter. Uh-huh. I just went to his ear. I said, I'm sorry, please, I have to take the mic. He was not happy, but I had to do it. Yeah. Because people need to understand that when you hire a family member, in such case, it's not easy for a family member to go and tell the father that you need to stop what you are doing. Yeah. But a professional can do it. Yeah. I'm doing my job. Later on, we can meet behind, and if you're angry with me, I can apologize. But right now, I'm doing my job, and it needs to be done perfectly.